Greetings and salutations. Hello and welcome. It's Kaiser the Final Brave with the Otaku Clubhouse here. Gonna do another episode of Sink or Swim. Viewing new anime that came out. First episode just came out. Just watched it. Called Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. So, without further ado, let's get started, fellas. Akuma Soul.
Hello.
Bancho Gato.
What's up?
Alright, what y'all think of it?
Let me get this out the way. I have to say this because these other two are going to be distracted by their fucking fetishes. Alright? This show is for coomers, alright? Let's just get it out of the way. If you are not the type of person who gets enjoyment from, oh boing, 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 then, take this with a grain of salt. Take this entire review with a grain of salt. Alright? Sound fair?
Now that Bancho Gato has gotten out of the way, let me say, damn, she's short, bruh. She cute, bruh. Yo, she got the big titties, bruh. Like, let's just be honest, yo. She's short, yo, bruh. That's not fucking nice. Yo, you could pick her up. You could fucking, like, she gonna be over the house. Like, she gonna be, trying to reach up, like, grab something from the top shelf, and she's gonna be looking for the step stool, and you can just hide the step stool, and then she gotta be like, oh, you gotta help me get up on so I can reach the thing, and I'll just be like, yeah,
Disgusting. Thirst disgusts me.
I'm in a similar mindset of I think that Uzaki-chan, very beautiful. She has big titty, we all like that. She has a fun, playful personality. She has fucked up teeth.
She got tooth.
What more could you ask for it?
Does she eat?
Okay,
so
the
titular character here. Titular character Hana Uzaki. The show kicks off by her coming across her high school senpai in college. So he's once again her college senpai. His name is Shinichi Sakurai, made Smash Brothers for the Nintendo system. And she just observes him over the course of her freshman year, and she notices that he's a fucking loser who doesn't have any friends. So from then on, she decides to turn her personality to 11 and annoy the shit out of him and keep him company. That's the basic premise of this series.
Alright, so without, joking, okay, this is Akuma Soul in, I'm a reviewer mode. The anime's animation is okay, it's serviceable. There's clearly a lot more detail put into Uzaki's titties than there are anything else going on in the backgrounds. For people who don't know, a lot of Uzaki-chan's popularity comes from Pixiv, where, if I'm remembering right, that's where the manga originated from, when it was just a few panels put out before it eventually got popular and put into an actual manga, into a tankobon, and then started getting sold. Much like with Nagatora and with another anime that had gotten announced recently, which is My Senpai is Annoying. They're very popular on Pixiv, and they have a cult following.
Yeah.
And also, much like Nagatora, Uzaki has that personality. I'd say she's somewhere a little bit more tsundere than Nagatora, where Nagatora is just kind of abusive towards the main character. But Uzaki's annoying the main character. She's one of those rare waifus kind of similar to Nyaruko, where the character is meant to kind of be annoying. Kind of like Aqua, I guess?
Aqua, Astarte, Restarte.
I believe that she's a true, well, I wouldn't even say like a true tsundere, but she's more of a tsundere than Toro. It's like a fucking asshole.
I don't even think she's more dere with just the hint of the hint of bullying. But she's not mean to the main character. She's literally keeping him company. Because she knows that he's a fucking loser. So.
Yeah, and let's just get it straight out there. I have read the manga. I'm actually current on the manga. I know that, most of their relationships literally just comes from the fact that she's like, oh, I know this guy from high school. And it's not the whole, oh, he picked up my notebook once or
nice.
Something like that. It's like, oh no, he was my senpai in high school. He was nice to me a few times, so I'll be nice to him in return.
Yeah, the crux of the relationship is basically they're going out but not going out. You know, it's that typical fucking Japanese pseudo romance thing that I hate it. Maybe I'll explain why one day.
Well,
but,
you hate it because Uzuki is a manic pixie dream girl.
I'm glad you fumbled that.
But
anyways,
seriously,
like you mentioned the point of the animation being like average or subpar. Even I think it's not only that, like, because the animation is serviceable, but it's mostly the direction. Like we were talking about, I don't think this series really translates well to being animated because there was, for example, they were in the mall talking about wanting to see a movie, and that seemed like 5 fucking minutes, and they didn't move or anything. They were just sitting there talking to each other, and you're like, in the manga, this would just be a couple panels, but they had to stretch this shit out like trying to monetize a YouTube video. Dude. There was only a few scenes in this entire first episode which were even worth animating, and of course, wouldn't you believe, it's the scenes where Uzuki's fucking titties are bouncing around, or she accidentally gets groped, or something like that, or she snaps her shit up in the batting cage.
Oh, dude, that fucking scene. Look, okay, so Uzuki is like, all joking aside, and again in reviewer mode, Uzuki's like 5 feet tall with some fucking F cup titties. She would have a lot of problems being alive. Walking around would probably exhaust the fuck out of her, and especially like there's a scene where they play baseball or they're in the batting cages. She would be fucked up.
Well, like I said, if it turned out, you know, she takes off her shirt or whatever, and you notice that she has like muscle tone, then it would be too much. Like these niggas would explode.
Back out of reviewer mode. Yo, man, if she had the 6-pack.
Let's talk about the sound, like their voices and also the music, the opening.
I think that the opening is one of those ones that's like, it's an opening.
It's super forgettable.
Yeah, I think it's Uzuki's voice actress singing in it, so it's literally just an opening. It's nothing special. The animation for the opening isn't anything special. And the ending kind of reminds me of the ending for the first season of One Punch Man, where it's really downbeat, kind of relaxing. One of those sleepy songs.
Fall asleep in the middle of the night watching Toonami. It doesn't really fit the tone of the series. Like, that's something you would hear after like an action-y series, right? But this one, it's a relaxing slice of life comedy series, so you don't really need that. And I would rather have like super fucking hardcore rock music play at the end of this episode.
The fuck?
I'm pretty sure there's like Asobitai had a fucking crazy.
But that one was a fucking memey one.
Fucking fever dream because they're all crazy people.
I'm glad you brought up Asobitai because I wanted to point out the fact that I like Uzuki's voice. Like, she makes weird noises. She's not at the level of Hanako from Asobitai, but then again, the only people at that level are Accelerator's voice actor. I like the weird, goofy noises that Hana makes. So
the voice actor for Shunichi is, serviceable. He does the typical I'm pissed off.
I am happy also that he puts up some resistance to her bullshit. He's not just sitting
there. Some
resistance?
This man sitting there with the fist curled up, looking like Chris Brown in 2009, dude.
I didn't want to say that.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to stomach shows like this if the main character's like a fucking bitch
boy. Yeah.
Like the nigga from Nagatoro.
We'll see how that turns out. But man, there wasn't really much to say about this episode. I mean, being perfectly honest with you.
Honestly, the last piece of critique that I really have is get ready to be at a bunch of fucking anime conventions seeing women walking around with the Sugoi Dekai shirt on.
And that would do my wife justice.
Oh, well, I say women, but there's also going to be a lot of dudes walking around with on. Wacky meme. So, what are you guys saying?
I'm going to say, even if y'all niggas don't want to watch it, I'm going to be watching that shit by myself.
So, it swims for you?
It's on the boat with
On the boat? No way, dude. For me, this anime is a fucking floater. Like, I could go the rest of my life without watching it, but then I can watch it like it makes no difference to me. Honestly, I would rather read the manga.
I'm of three minds of this. As far as the manga, talking as a fan, I would want to keep watching it. Talking as me, it's like fucking short stack waifu. Of course I want to watch it. But talking from a reviewer standpoint, I kind of have to give it a float. It's actually not that good of an anime. It's pretty mediocre. The only real thing about the anime that even stands out as like slightly above subpar is Uzuki's voice acting. That's really it.
Yeah, so it really boils down to, if you're already a fan of the manga and you just wanted to see this animated for whatever reason, go ahead and watch it. If you're a fan of these type of shows where, it's a main girl and a main dude, pseudo romance, like I said before, and you want some comedy or whatever, you just want something to watch in the background, go ahead. But other than that, it might not be what you're looking for. So you got to decide for yourself. Any last words?
Yeah, I got some Puma, you my boy, but I'm gonna have to fight you to the death.
I mean, you can fight me, but the thing is, it's like, I'm just gonna pick her up and put her up on a high place, and she's not gonna be able to reach you, you're not gonna be able to reach her, I'll be fine.
Damn!
That's supposed to mean, nigga.
Damn!
Watch your mouth.
Alright, people, we'll see you in the next one.